Snuff the beetles! Snuff them! Go!
Catelyn hears of Robb's return from the west and recalls that when Edmure returned, dozens of men left after trampling Robb's banner, all of them Freys. She is brought before her son to explain why she released Jaime Lannister. Rickard Karstark, whose sons Eddard and Torrhen were killed by Jaime, is angry at her, but Robb is more gentle and acknowledges that love is not always wise. Thinking about her daughters whom she had hoped to trade for Sir Jaime, Catelyn agrees. Lord Karstark, however, is unappeased and leaves the room in a fury. In privacy, Robb introduces his mother to his new bride. Catelyn immediately realises that, as Robb was pledged to marry a Frey, he has insulted the Freys and broken the alliance. But with his love is not always wise speech, Robb has made it impossible to blame him, as Catelyn disobeyed him because of her love for her daughters. Robb tells her how he met his wife. He had taken a wound storming the crag, and his new wife, Jane Westerling, nursed him back to health. That night he was told his brothers were murdered. Jane consoled him, and they slept together. Robb married her the next morning. As the Westerlings were vassals of House Lannister, Jane has taken her family with her to escape the revenge of the Lannisters. Catelyn notices that Greywind is not with her son because Jane is afraid of the wolf, and the beast growls whenever her uncle, Rolf Spicer, is near. Catelyn does not like that, and convinces him to send Sir Rolf off on some errand, for Greywind should always be near him. She considers what it may take to appease Lord Walder Frey after this slight. The loss of the Freys is strongly felt by Robb, and there was nothing that could be done when Ryman and Black Walder led their men back to the twins. Edmure is telling his uncle, Brynden Tully, the Blackfish, about his victory over the Lannisters, but the Blackfish interrupts him, and both he and Robb berate Edmure for his actions. Edmure was told not to engage the Lannisters because Robb wanted them to come west. His plan was to hold them there, so that the Lannisters would be unable to defend King's Landing against Stannis Baratheon's invasion. Edmure's attack delayed Tywin Lannister long enough for messengers to reach him, allowing the Lannister host to turn around, link up with Mace Tyrell's army, and arrive at King's Landing to turn the tide at the Battle of the Blackwater. Edmure ruined their whole plan, and admits that he must make amends. Robb's plan to retake the north, but first he must win back the Freys.